Last time we touched on the point skip level, let's dig a little bit deeper today. We had explained the levels from IC to CEO, what the hierarchy looks like, and led with an example in sales. Although that is not unique to sales, it's pretty universal when it comes to the different levels. Now, when does it become a skip level? A skip level basically means that, let's say you're an IC, an individual contributor, you are reporting to your manager is reporting to their manager. Now, a skip level would be you having a meeting with the manager of your manager. And if you are a first-line manager, you would have a meeting not with your manager, but with their manager, and so on. You get it. Skip level meetings can be really empowering when done right. They can also be very demotivating when they're done wrong. They can in fact be harmful. Let's dig deeper here. Let's discuss. When is a skip level meeting really empowering? Why is it really empowering? Why it should be empowering? Simply, you get a chance to meet with your manager's manager. So it's the next level up, and they have quite a different perspective on the business, different view on priorities and goals. And it's really interesting to hear how they assess the business, how they are planning and organizing, prioritizing. Really important. And equally, you get a chance to ask your questions, give your insights, share your successes, projects, progress, and so on. So, great opportunity to connect both ways. When does it become harmful? It becomes harmful when skip level meetings are used to manipulate an individual, to maybe even have the quiet firing approach, the tactic to get somebody out of the company. It can also sometimes be used in bullying and harassment cases, which is very harmful and very concerning when that happens. How do they use them? The person abusing a skip level meeting would be using the skip level to intimidate and isolate. And by that, we mean, for example, they want you out of the company, but there's legal course to follow, and they don't really want to do it. They want to isolate you, and they do this by becoming a gatekeeper, meaning the skip level opportunities is not extended to you. So it's only one way. The next, that the information shared in that skip level is not shared with you. Now, there's good reason in some circumstances, but when it's used as a manipulation and isolation tactic, it becomes even more harmful because lack of transparency leads to confusion, and it leads to more problems down the road on a legal basis, but also for the employee on a well-being basis. Just remember back in school, that one kid that was all on their own, and you had that bully in the middle of the courtyard, and making sure that everybody around them wants nothing to do with that one person. If skip level meetings are abused to harm others, to isolate others, that's exactly the same as that kid standing in the courtyard on their own because nobody wants nothing to do with them. That is ultimately also what bullying is, right? Because you want to isolate a person to push your agenda and narrative forward. That is harmful and not acceptable or legal, in fact, in the workplace. Does this happen in the workplace? Yes, it does. More than people want to maybe know or admit or realize. If you have a skip level with your manager, with your manager's manager, but your manager doesn't, there's something with the culture. If there's a gatekeeper who is now blocking your opportunities, that goes from skip level meetings to mentorship opportunities, using really strange statements like, you know what, this is something that you should look for. This is your career growth. This is your development. Yes, but with context. And the context is that you're now gatekeeping and you are blocking every opportunity there is, every possible opportunity to connect with others. Also, how does senior leadership connect with the floor if skip level meetings are one way or selective? And more often than not, we do hear from people that they feel that their senior leadership is disconnected from the floor, that they are more connected with shareholders than actually with the employees in their company. And that is food for thought for every leader. Reflect back on your company, look and observe what's happening in your company. Are you doing skip level meetings, first of all? If you don't do any of them, no matter what level you're on, use it as an opportunity to connect. If you are doing it, are they being holistically and transparently done across the floor, no matter what level you're on, no matter what title you hold? That's another question. Do people value those skip level meetings? That's another one. Dig deeper. Do they value it, or do they feel it's actually a waste of their time? I always valued my skip level meetings, personally. I always felt that connection and just getting both perspectives, my perspective and the leadership perspective, was so helpful for me. And then the last one, if skip level meetings are happening, are they being selective, or do they only apply to certain people? Is favoritism in play? Does bias come in? What's happening? Dig deeper. Leave a comment how it's done in your company. Anything you'd like to add. This is quite a complex topic in the sense that there's so much more to say to it, but we're already at 6 minutes and we're going to cut it short now. As always, stay safe, feel empowered. Let's go.